Y'all seen the series Lost in Space on Netflix? It's such a visual spectacle and it's got a good storyline. It's not your average space movie, it's got tons of variety. Anyway, I'm here at Petit Jean State Park, kind of a different type hike than I normally do because I have a cabin and I'm gonna walk the Rockefeller Trail, which is like 8 miles, and then I'm gonna stay at the cabin and then I'm gonna get up the next day and hike all the other trails. Not really sure how that's gonna work out, but we'll see. These freaking visitor centers blow me away, man. Not sure who that guy is. Starting at Mather Lodge, which is right there, and then right off the bat, look at that freaking cliff face over there. Beautiful. Strenuous and rocky trail. We don't know nothing about that. I've decided to go clockwise on this trail, really not for any certain reason, just because I think clocks should go clockwise. Maybe people should too. I think I figured out why they put Petit Jean Park here is because there is rock formation after rock formation and just tons of different, a lot of obstacles, a lot of cliff faces, a lot of really fun stuff to look at. For example, what the heck? We should go that way and see what's there. This reminds me of a place called Buzzard's Roost. We always go fully riding through there. The trail goes through there, and over there you're able to hop across the rocks. These are a little bit too spread out. I think if you tried to hop across one of these rocks, you'd go, ah. Oh yeah, that's a good drop. Yeah, one thing I knew about this trail, but now I'm seeing it in person, is that this trail ties into a lot of the other trails. So, but the Grotto Trail goes that way, and then the Boy Scout Trail goes that way. So I'm gonna keep on rolling that way. And then tomorrow, I'll probably come right back through here because there was a trailhead, there was somewhere to park right there. Sometimes in Arkansas you can come up on some old house places. I don't think this is one of them because this looks like somebody just had too much time on their hands. Normally you see like a fireplace and other debris, and this is just kind of a cool little rock building, rock wall building.
People in the valley, they don't understand what makes and takes the breaks and forsakes a man. People in the valley.
This is my first break, probably going to be about the only break. It's about 5 miles in. I kind of wanted to go ahead and get a lot of the trail knocked out. That way I knew I was going to make it to where I was going in time. It's about noon and I could check in at my cabin at about 4 o'clock, but I'm not necessarily wanting to be there at 4 o'clock. As long as I'm there by dark, I should be fine. And of course, there's a story on the cabin. I was going to set up a tent at one of their camping spots because I know you can't like camp dispersed. That's what they call it. When I got here, the lady was like, hey, we got a cabin. Do you want that? I was like, Yeah. And that's one thing I wanted to hit on is I don't have to sleep in a tent to have this sort of elite fitness type adventure. If I could get 10 miles in per day and then sleep in a cabin somewhere, which you've seen that on the Lake Ouachita Vista Trail, I was able to hike 18 miles in that day, which was way too much. And then sleep in a cabin at a marina that was on the lake. But if there's ever a chance that I could sleep in a cabin, I would love for it to have a hot tub. This one does not have a hot tub. I am going to do it. And the tent camping is really cool because you could set up your own campsite in the middle of nowhere. Just that when you tent camp on a trail like Eagle Rock Loop or say Buffalo River Trail, you're able to get way away from people and you can camp by a creek or you can camp on a mountaintop. It's just a neat experience. It's a different experience. But having a house to stay in and maybe a shower, I think this thing has a shower. Having a shower will be really nice tonight. By the time today is said and done, it should be like 8.9 miles, and I'll probably need a shower.
Don't understand the hands which built the roads, the shoveled coal, seeds were sown, dews were rolled, but goddamn didn't go to plan. I've been trying my best to be a working man. When dark clouds come, my love she cries, she cries, she cries, she cries.
I took a wrong turn and now I'm gonna go see Rock House Cave. This is definitely the biggest cave I've ever been in here in Arkansas. It's huge. It's way up there. I would say 40 foot. There's the end of it. It's pretty awesome. If you got in a hailstorm, you could live here. I think I'm almost 7 miles in. I'm gonna stop right here and put my legs and feet and body in the water. Something about Arkansas spring water, well, river water, I guess. That stuff heals you. I'm telling you, every time I ever been in the water and like I'm sore, when I come out, I feel so much better. And really, like you could tell the days after. Nice. One thing I do want to point out is it smells like sewer here. I always think about like all the cabins that are in the state park and sort of the population. My point is I'm not sure if I would drink this water when I normally hike. I'll dip out a bag and filter it out, drink it, make my coffee or whatever. I'm not sure if I'd do that here. Oh wow. All right, I think down there is Cedar Falls. This is probably illegal. I'm gonna drop a drone. That is pretty much the deepest waterfall I've ever seen in my life. Do not throw objects off bluff. Hikers blow. I like it. Whoever did that stonework has got some balls. It's a long way down. Going that way. This is nice. Love it. miracle. TV, ceiling fan, bathtub. What am I gonna do with the fireplace? This toad does not like basketball. Today I'm going to do 3 different trails. It's going to be Seven Hollows Trail, Cedar Falls Trail, and Petit Jean Canyon Trail. It should total about 9 miles, and I was going to do a lot of other trails, but I found out that the big trail I did yesterday ties into a lot of those trails. Oh, this is not the way. There's a lot of people on this trail, which is something I'm not used to. Should be fine though, I'm just gonna have to swerve a little bit. The first thing I see that's gonna make it hard to do is see the little scenic spots, because if there's a bunch of people around, kind of feel weird stopping and looking at water flowing.
We're almost done.
Oh no.
Waterfall looks good, just remembered about here on the way back.
Ah.
You camping out here, man?
No, I carry it for weight mainly. All the people make it a little bit harder to move on the trail, but it's not that big a deal. You feel a lot less lonely. You know, you get out here on these trails and you do so many miles and you're by yourself, which feels great, but it also is nice to have people around too. Waterfalls, rocks, the trails are like really carved out. A lot of the trails, the stone is carved out into stairs, which I think took a lot of work. See why this one's gonna be super populated, because, I mean, look at it, good Lord. So much stuff going on. From what I saw of the waterfall yesterday, the destination is pretty solid. Whenever you do Cedar Falls Trail, it's like really rocky and steep when you're going down. And now I'm 0.61 miles in, and I think it's 1.9 miles total. It's gotten really flat, which is nice. Like I always say, it's nice to have some flat ground to walk on now and then. I just walked past some people and they said, "Excuse us," and I said, "Excuse us." I feel like I have friends with me. Oh, I do. It's just gonna be like in a few weeks when I get this edited. All right, I think I'm getting close, because it's starting to get kind of loud. It's like one of the most scenic trails I've done in Arkansas. It's really incredible. It's not like real lengthy, but it's tons of just stuff. I've already said that before, but I think this would be a great place for a family hike, because you could do the short trails, which are like 1.9 miles, 0.5 miles, maybe 3 miles, 4 miles, or you could do the Winthrop Trail or the Boy Scout Trail, which is like 9 miles, and another variation of it, if you add another trail to it, could be like 12 miles. There's the falls, and there's a lot of people around here, and I'm gonna do some drone stuff here, which I did yesterday. And honestly, it's probably kind of questionable on whether it's legal to do that here, because you're not supposed to fly it at trailheads or around wildlife. Some of these people are wild. I know I'm wild. I guess it's illegal to fly a drone around myself. Really pretty treacherous trying to get close to the falls. If you fall off one of these, you're gonna have a broke ankle or a broke head or something. At the very least, crack a rib. All right, let's try that drone stuff. Yeah, I want to get in the water, but I'm gonna steer away from getting actually in the falls because they say no swimming, but mainly because there's a lot of people there. And what if I slip? I look stupid. People will be like, "Ooh, he's stupid." So I'm gonna wiggle on down here. And of course, one good thing about short trails is you don't have to filter water. You just bring a few bottles of water and you'll be good. Nice and cold. Normally I'm trying to put my feet in the water because I'm on a long hike, but right now it just feels like it's appropriate to slow down and kind of enjoy some of the other things other than just hooking it the whole time. This is a different type of backpacking, no doubt. I love my hooking it backpacking, but I also don't think this is terrible either. Nice little rest time to head out now.
But you're like decked out. You look.
Thank
Is that
you.
bear spray?
Yeah, bear spray. I don't know why I have it. I probably wouldn't get a bear. The bear would probably eat me anyway, but oddly enough, it's nice to talk to people while you're walking. I've now established the hike up is tough, but the good thing is there's not a lot of it. All right, that's a wrap on that. That climb up was tough. I didn't video a lot because I got behind these young guys here. I wanted to kind of outrun them, but that wasn't gonna happen because they don't have a backpack on, and they're all probably 21, 22. The main trail, the Boy Scout Trail, or whatever you call it, it starts here and it goes around this basin or valley right there, goes all the way around and then ends up right back here at the lodge. All right, I'm gonna stop here at the Mather Lodge and have lunch. It's a really nice setup here. You book your hotel through here, but they also have a restaurant and a gift shop, and then they have another gift shop up towards the beginning.
You need a sack for this?
No. All right, this is the Seven Hollows Trail, and I definitely remember coming through here yesterday on the Boy Scout Trail. Instead of like following through, you're gonna take a left and make a loop. This trail's not quite as populated, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be a ton of terrain, but we'll see. Oh yeah, right here. Take a left right here. We definitely passed here. We went that way yesterday. We're gonna go this way now. Yeah, I'm not sure what a hollow is. I probably should have made a simple internet search and figured out what that word means, and maybe this is a hollow. It's like a rock overhang. It's not really a cave. And then up there, I think I might have been up there yesterday. Really tall rocks right there. A good place to slip off right there. Although you had this kind of stuff on Eagle Rock Loop, which is my favorite trail, but you don't really have it to this extent. This kind of stuff is everywhere here. If I was a rock climber, I could probably climb some of that. Maybe I should be a rock climber. This is kind of off the trails to the right. It's like a cave, and I passed some people coming out of here. Otherwise, I would have never saw it. I was like, what is up there? He said, man, it's a pretty good sized cave. So there it is. You know, about 500 years ago, there's probably Indians up here. They'd sleep in these caves, I'm sure. If I was a nomad, I would definitely stay here. I've seen this rock pattern all over the place up here. I have no idea what this is. I almost think it's like wood. Maybe it was timber at one time stacked up. Would have had to have been thousands of years ago. But like maybe people stacked it up and it turned petrified at some point. Somebody in the comments has to tell me what the hell's going on here. This is always the type of stuff that when I'm on a hike, I always avoid. You see a trail kind of cutting up a hill and it might be leading to something, maybe a giant cave or a waterfall. This is not going to be a waterfall. Because it's a short trail, I'm going to go ahead and go up there and see what's up there for absolutely no reason. This is really steep. I'm going to climb a little more. Well, that's gonna be about it. I could probably go farther, but I'm not gonna take my backpack off. I'm like squeezed in tight between these rocks. Yeah, the backpack is not letting me go no more. Bucket list check. That was not on my bucket list, but that was cool. I don't really have a bucket list. I think I'm pretty much, I feel like I've always lived my bucket list. What is this? I feel like I've always done what I wanted to do. I think that's something that's important in life, is to do what you want to do. As long as what you want to do in life is not hurting other people or like cocaine. Yeah, I don't know if you could see it, but that's the natural bridge, and I decided to go ahead and have like a hot lunch here. I've got one dehydrated meal, chili mac with beef. I've never actually tried this. It's not gonna be as good as the fettuccine. This hiking is a lot less distance, but it's a lot of up and down. It's super duper rocky and rooty and all that good stuff. So it's really hard on your feet, and this is perfect for your feet. I think it's probably about 68, maybe 70.
People in the valley, they don't understand what makes and takes the breaks and forsakes a man. People in the valley, they don't understand the hands which built the roads, the shoveled coal, seeds were sown, shoes were rolled.
I didn't bring a lot of water because I'm thinking 4 miles, that's a piece of cake. But this trail is really hard, and I'm super glad that we have creeks and water filters.
I'm my best to be a working man. When dark clouds come, my love she cries, she cries, she cries, she cries, she cries.
All right, I think that's gonna be a wrap. That was a hard trail, and just to be 4-something miles, I was super surprised how hard it was. I'm gonna go back to the cabin, get an ice bath, and then turn it hot, like turn the water really hot. I need some rest. It's been another episode of Clay Cam. Yeah.
Go tell me, how did I hit this all